Hello and welcome people, this is Kenz again for TGN.TV, and in this video we're going to talk about the add-ons I use for my DK PvP and macros I use for my DK. So let's get started, shall we? Now, these are basically the basic things I use for PvP that I think are required for PvPing properly. Now there is a couple of add-ons that are not actually needed, but I just use them for making it easier while PvPing. Now there's cooldown to go, let's go for that one. NPC scan is nothing that I actually needed, it just scans NPCs, which are rare mobs, so like you can get a warning if there's a rare mob in the area that you might kill and get some epic loot from, which I just use because it helps around and for some nice loot. Then we got cooldown to go. Cooldown to go is an add-on that I'll be showing you in a second in game, which basically shows you the cooldown on the skill you're basically bashing. For example, if you start and spam Mortal Strike, it will show up in your screen that Mortal Strike has, let's say, 4-second longer cooldown, and it will show this continuously if you start spamming that button. If you stop spamming it, it will just disappear in 2 seconds, and I'll show you that in a minute. Default UI scripts is basically it makes me able to move my default UI, basically the UI from Blizzard makes me able to move that around, which is doable with Move Anything, yet I just use this. We have Engrave, which is basically the circles you see for my Death Knight runes, which help a lot with just having a good view of those runes, because if you have it below your character health bar and basically there, it's not really enough for me to notice what I have and what I don't have, so I use this. Event Alert is a simple add-on that shows your procs, so it basically shows me my free death coil that I can use. I don't actually need this, I'm actually going to turn this off, but I do need this for, let's say, my druid, where I need an instant cast from me being feral or clear casting or whatnot. Then we got Lose Control. This shows you a really basic view of either your party members or your target or anything else that's being silenced, that's being stunned, that loses control of your character. For example, if I get disarmed, this will show basically the disarm icon in the middle of my screen with the duration on it left, which usually is 10 seconds since I'm a DK. It also shows that grounding is up for my target. It shows that it's silenced, it shows that it's stunned, it basically shows that it's controlled by a spell, so I don't actually have to go and check all their debuffs and buffs where they're stunned or not. We got Necrotic Track, which is a simple yet effective add-on that shows your Necrotic Strike stack on the target. Since Necrotic Strike absorbs healing on the target, which usually is with one hit, like 5.8k after this nerf that we had. And if you do this over and over again, you're going to stack up your Necrotic Strike and stack up the absorb healing you're going to be absorbing on the target. This basically shows you how big the stack is without moving your mouse on top of the debuff itself. Here we got Omni CC, which is a really useful add-on just to show you your cooldowns on your spells. It doesn't show the black clock thing UI normally has. It just shows you the black clock thing that basically spins back when it's ready, and it shows you the time left on it with a big number, which is good to overall just see without actually having to go on it and see what the spell cooldown is still on it. Now I have Quartz. This is not I use a couple of add-ons before because I just basically use them on my druid, but this is not necessary for a DK. You can use it. It basically shows you a lot of things like spell, a bar that when you're casting a spell, it shows you another spell. It shows you the buffs on the target. It shows the debuffs on the target. It basically keeps track of all those things. But I'm gonna turn this off since I don't really need it. Then we got a recount and such, which I don't need. I basically use them if I go PvE, which I don't go for often. Scrolling cosmetics, which I don't use because I just find it stupid. I tried it out again and I just don't find it fun to use, or fun is not the right way, I just don't find it good for me. But that's a personal preference. Then we got Snowfall Key Press. I recommend this so much for you people. Basically, I'm gonna explain it in a second. If you have Snowfall Key Press on and you use your key binding, it uses the skill which the key binding is on. If you press down your key binding, Blizzard has set this. If you don't have this add-on, if you press your key binding, it will use the skill if you release the key binding. Snowfall Key Press makes it so that when you press it, it uses the key, which basically is like a millisecond of time that you get in, well, in the PvP, and every second counts in PvP. And then we got Tech Ability, which is just a simple thing that shows you your durability on your character. This is not really a must-have. I just find it useful, and yeah. So let's go and get in-game. And I'm going to show you a couple of add-ons in progress, and I'm going to show you some macros that I have that I use for my DK, which I think is just needed. So here we are, and let's get over and let's get started. We're going to go over the general macros that I use on every character I have, which I play Arena on. I have these three macros. Basically, target Arena 1, target Arena 2, target Arena 3. Basic things, basically targets the arena with a keybound. If you have a keybound, targets the arena. Position of, let's say you're facing, or you're going threes, you basically click one of those buttons and it targets one of the three people you're facing. It's really easy. It saves you time clicking on them instead of well, basically pressing this one. Now I have all these other things which are basically target things. Fear for my Warlock, basically Fear Arena 1, Arena 2, Arena 3. Basic things that I don't even use on my thing anymore. So let's get over to my Death Knight macros. Now, this is for my archaeology, which is not really important. This is cost Claw. This basically gets my pet in combat and makes him use Claw once, and after that it's out of auto cost, so it doesn't spam it. Puts it on the target. For example, if I want to put it on the druid for him to get out of, just basically stick my pet on him so he can't go out and drink. I can target the druid, use this on him, and he will get on there ASAP. Then we got Lichborn. This has been nerfed in the previous patch, which I find a bummer, but oh well. This basically uses your Lichborn, and when you spam it again, it will use Death Coil on yourself as a heal. So this basically saves you up one key binding for targeting yourself, giving yourself the Death Coils, and it's just overall a great macro that I use. Now, this is my burst macro, my Death Coil burst. I've gone over this one in my previous video. It basically costs Death Coil and Claw. It is extra pressure. It's really useful. I recommend you using this. And yeah, this is Focus Dark Dark Simulacrum. I have no idea how to pronounce that. What this add-on what this macro does, basically does this spell on your focus target. If I have this on a druid and we're facing, let's say, druid warrior, I have focus on the druid, he's gonna cyclone my healer. I put this on as fast as possible for me being able to focus, to even cyclone their druid, cyclone the warrior if I'm being pressured too much. It basically helps, and you can do this for countless of things. You can even do it for mind control, you can do it for sheep, you can do it for everything you can imagine. There's so many things you can copy. Now, this is focus macro for grip. If you have your focus target being or going, let's say sheep, mind control, anything else, or just want to use it for a quick swap and grab him in, this is so useful. You don't have to grab another target to go and just grip. It is useful for everything basically. These are add-ons that I just use at the start of games or midway. This is Focus Arena 1, Arena 2, and Arena 3. I have these guys bound to F1, F2, or 3, which basically help me. Oh wait, no, I don't have this bound to F1. Oh, I have this bound to mouse buttons, and this basically focuses people in the arena, like Arena 1, Arena 2, Arena 3, which saves me from clicking on someone's tooltip, then going /focus, or have a macro that has /focus. So this saves you time, and time is money in PvP. Then I got Focus Kick. If I am fighting, let's say, Rogue Priest, and the priest is coming over us to get a fear off, so he's close to me and close to his rogue, and I'm sitting on the rogue, and I see him casting a penance since he's close. I can use this macro to kick him without me losing the target I'm on, which then again, like I'm stating a lot now, time is money, and you need this because it's just insane. Then I got Focus Strangulate, same thing. Someone is CCing anything else. He's casting heals. Focus Strangulate, bam, silenced for so long, and you go out on that other person to get him down. Then we got Gnaw. Gnaw is just the macro I use for me to be able to control my pet stun without being on auto cost, which is needed, as I stated before. Then we got Huddle. Huddle was basically the shield wall of my pet. So if the pet is being focused and I want him not to die, I use Huddle. I don't have it on autocast. I recommend you just putting everything out of autocast, even the leap, so you can have maximum control of your character and pet. So yeah, that's Huddle. Then I got my my random macro that basically spams someone if I gank him. I usually go out ganking, and if they like die 2 versus 1, I just spam this macro to piss them off, which is always fun. I got a mount macro, nothing special. Then I got my Necrotic Strike macro. This is the same thing as my Death Coil Burst macro. This is an S burst, basically shows me, or syncs my Necrotic Strike with the Pet Claw, which puts out more pressure, and pressure is just insane in PvP. You need the pressure to be able to kill something. Then I got it as well as a Scourge Strike. For example, if I'm facing people that don't heal, I want to use Scourge Strike instead of a Necrotic Strike, since there's not going to be healing out anyway. So that's macros. And yeah, let's see if I'm missing out on anything. I'm not quite sure. Oh yeah, I'm going to show you some add-ons in action. Let me go ahead and attack this guy. Now look in the middle, you see it's taking 4 seconds. If I mashed it, it will keep getting out, and now it's ready, so I can use it again. Then my cat is meowing, let me get him in. Hold on. And there he is. He just wants attention. Yeah, that's that. For this is engraved, my add-on that is basically tracking my runes. So if you can see, I use Icy Touch. The Frost rune wears out, fills up again. When it's full, it's ready to use again. If I spam this again, there you go, spamming Icy Touch. There's that add-on again. It's so useful. I just couldn't do without it. As well as this, being able to track and see when I am able to do anything again. So that's that. For example, I'm going to show you, if I focus this target, my focus target, shut up, my focus target is up here, so I can track it easily with casting and such. And if I got this guy, and I'm just trying to get this guy down and get him down, meleeing him to crap when I'm dead, and then he's starting to heal, I can use my macro here, which is Death Grip Focus, which is Control E for me. And if he's casting a big heal, I can basically grip him over here, cancel the heal, and then be able to even focus kick him since he's close, and blah blah blah, do a lot of things with it. Let's put this on focus again. If I'm basically target, no one to target now, fuck. Yeah, let's do this. He might be miles away, but doesn't really matter. Let's pull them close. Shut up. So yeah, I'm targeting him, facing him, trying to kill him. He's casting oh wow, I'm bad. I didn't even get that cast. I'm casting something on him. This guy's standing close, the healer. I go over here. He's casting Cyclone, something that's game breaking to interrupt. Basically, what you want to do is you want to focus this, get this on the key binding, bam, you get him. On the pendants, you get him on the cyclone. It's so useful, and I recommend you using this. Although my cat's being fucking retarded. Okay, now let me get my pet out. Basically, my pet, as you can see, the leap was on now. I'm stupid, yeah. Shut up. Okay, so you can see the claw. I basically press this key binding Shift T. He goes into combat and gets him. There we go. Simple macro to just get your pet in there. Now we got Gnaw. Now Gnaw is basically the add-on that wants me to gnaw the target, as he does now. He just dies because he doesn't have any HP. This is my Gnaw. It's useful and such. Yeah, I'm stupid. Okay, let's see, what can we go over? Let's see, I think we went over everything, actually. Did we? Did we? Add-ons, there we go. Yeah, I think we went over everything, actually. So, this has been Kenz for TGN.TV, and thank you for watching.